Hey guys, solid four stringer back with you again. I'm just going to little quick video. Uh, One reason because I'm tired and it's extremely late, and well, actually it's extremely early. It's like 6 a.m. in the morning. I work nights, so my schedule is all backwards from a lot of people. So usually I don't get sleepy till 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's usually, from like 2 to 5 or 6 is usually when I do these videos anyway, on my nights off. But just a couple quick things. Got a couple small eBay hauls. Okay. And I got some really good deals on these. Now, I know there's been a lot of speculation lately about the next Captain America movie and the first appearance of Crossbones and all that. And I already had that book, and I was just kind of trolling around. And I saw that it was going for like 30 and 40 bucks, and people were buying it. I was like, that's a little much. But I just kind of happened to get in there when all that stuff started on eBay, and I pulled another copy off. It was probably a very fine near mint of Captain America 360. First appearance of Crossbones. I think he had like a little cameo in the issue previous to this, and but this is like the first full appearance, which is maybe 2 or 3 panels. But anyway, that's what all the hoopla was about. But I thought it might be alright to get another copy, and it was just like $3. So pretty pleased to get that. Okay, this is another one. It's one of the few giant size books or Marvel annuals that I didn't have. Incredible Hulk King Size Annual number 5. Got a great Kirby cover there, and he gets to fight some of the old great Marvel monsters that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby did back in the day. You have Groot and Zimnu the Titan, the Blip. The Blip might have been Don Heck, I'm not sure. But anyway, you have Goom and Taboo and Diablo. My favorite's not on there. My favorite is Googam, Son of Goom. But anyway, cool book, great shape. $2, very fine. So, thought that was a steal. And I'll kind of show you what I got going on back here. But you know how you start sorting through your books and going, okay, well, I'm going to try to inventory. I'm going to try to reorganize my collection and all that stuff. Well, you know what happens when you start going through that. I mean, you find one of your favorite stories, or you find a favorite title, and you just sit down and you got to look through it. Well, I picked up, there was a 12-issue series a while back, and I'm sure a lot of you read it, Avengers Forever, Kurt Busiek and Carlos Pacheco. It's a great series, great art. And I found about 4 or 5 of the issues, and I had no clue where the rest of them were at, and I started searching around. I was like, well, crap, I want to read it again, So while I was trolling on eBay for this other stuff, a guy had a copy of the hardback, and it was used. No thing wrong with it. It had a couple little crinks in the dust jacket and all that. Originally, it's like a $35 book, and I got it for like $7. So I was real pleased with that. It's pretty thick. I mean, it's just a great story. Great art. That was always one of my favorite Avengers stories. But like I say, it's got some issues with the dust jacket. It's kind of cranky on top, but I just wanted to read the whole thing at once again. So I think that's worth $7. Okay, here's another little haul I got. Still doing the horror stuff from the 60s and 70s. A little bit of sci-fi too. But all these books I got for the minimum bid, 50 cents. And probably the worst one is like a VG. Not sure what number of Star Trek this is, but this, it's a gold key, so I'd have to look it up. But that's a pretty cool book there. I'm going to try to get back into completing my run of these. Okay, I've got Ghostly Haunts, another Charlton book, number 53. I wouldn't want that guy coming to my door with flowers in his hand. Okay, a little bit of DC. Unexpected 149. And last, my favorite of the bunch. This is easily a very fine Ghostly Haunts 33 with just an awesome Tom Sutton cover. It's probably one of my all-time favorite covers of his, just because of the composition, the color, and everything on it. Yeah, that's easily a very fine 50 cents, you know. Okay, another little thing got going on. Might have mentioned it a couple times to a couple people in a comment or something, but they're having a comic and toy convention in Lexington, which is like 35 minutes from where I live here in Kentucky, and it's pretty great guest list. And I got the VIP package for both days. And, there's my ticket. Okay, with this you get to come in an hour earlier than the general public. You get a free T-shirt, you get a goodie bag, and then this gives you admission to the party they have that night, the after con party. So, kind of stoked about going to that. Got a pretty decent guest list. I mean, there's a lot of media stars, like all the original. I wasn't in this. I don't think my son was even into this, but all the original Power Rangers are there. Jason David Frank. He's big into the fighting and all that. Billy D. Williams is going to be there. Star Wars. Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca. Margot Kidder, from the Superman movies, and Amityville. Who else? A little guy named Felix Silva or Felix Silla. He's the little person that played Twiki, little robot on Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, and he also played Cousin It on the Addams Family. So he's going to be there. Jackson Bostwick, Captain Marvel from the old 70s TV show when some of us were kids. And as far as the comic talent, Mike Grell's going to be there again. Frank Bruner. I'm kind of stoked to get some books signed by him. He was always one of my favorite artists. Bob Hall did a lot of work for Marvel. Got some good writers. Roger Stern. He's written everything. Gary Friedrich wrote Ghost Rider back in the 70s and a whole lot of other great stuff. I don't have the list here somewhere, but it promises to be a pretty good show. I think there's going to be it's not huge. I mean, it's kind of hard to get a lot of big names to come to Kentucky, but it's a fairly decent list, and there's going to be 60 or 70 vendors, selling comics and toys and all that stuff. So, I'll be there in force. Hadn't been on here a few days, and like I said, I've been getting one of those modes where I want to reorganize some stuff and separate some books out by favorite artists and favorite titles or teams or whatever. So I kind of give you a look. It's a mess right now, but okay. There's the table where I'm trying to do some sorting. Okay, got some stacks of Kubert stuff and Kirby stuff. Over in the far corner, got some Neil Adams stuff, Wrightson. A lot of my favorite titles, like the two big stacks of the Justice League books, the Avengers. What else? Got some Iron Man, some Mike Grell stuff. What else going on here? Inhumans by George Perez, Fantastic Four. Just a lot of the team books, Superboy and the Legion. I think you got some unexpected covers, and you got Tomb of Dracula one over there. Just a little bit of everything. Trying to get it sorted out. Like I say, it's a mess. I'll show you what I got on the wall here. I'm going to do a little mini tour of the cave before too long. I kind of want to get a little bit more straightened up. Okay, up on this wall, I got my Crisis poster by George Perez and Alex Ross. That's really cool. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, but There's like, I don't know, 560 characters on here. What else? Got the Marvel poster. I think that's Infinity Gauntlet, George Perez. It's kind of old and beat up, but there's a pretty cool Marvel poster. I don't know if that's Greg Horn or who did that. Iron Man movie poster. Superman Returns poster. Crappy movie. Cool poster. Captain America. Let's see. Here's a piece of original art by John Byrne. I think it was from one of the Generations miniseries he did with Superman and Batman. And I think the only reason I bought that piece is because it's got OMAC kind of in the middle panel. Of course, that's one of my favorite Kirby characters. Got some more junk laying around here. There's all my drawing books. There's that big stack of stuff I still yet to to bag and board. All it's like 70s and older. Like I say, some of my original art back there. I think I've already shown you that. But Squadron Supreme, Gary Frank, another favorite series. Here's my drawing table. Kind of started something there. And my less than fancy tabaret there. So I think it's a Walmart plastic special. Got all my drawing tools and all that stuff in it. And light. Like I said, the rest of it's a mess. Won't bore you with that. But I'll get it straightened out soon and try to give a little mini tour. But anyway, just wanted to give shout outs to, I'm so tired. But, everybody that watches my videos, had a lot of new subscribers lately. I want to thank everybody for subbing and watching the videos. And I want to give a shout out to Tony at Why Not Art. We just did a trade on some books, and I just watched his video, and I appreciate kind words. He put my link at under the video there, so you may want to check it out, and I really appreciate that. But might be about 3 days before I get around to watching everybody's videos and throwing up some more comments, so don't feel left out. I'm gonna have to go to bed just in a little bit, and then I got to go into work tonight at 7, so I got like three straight 12-hour shifts. This is my long weekend, it's 7 to 7, so it's like 12 hours. So usually on those days I'm pretty burnt, and I don't get a chance to get on here. But I just wanted to do this little one and let you know, or let you guys know I'm still in the game here. Shout out to my buddy Hippie, buddy Damien at Sleepy Reader, Schmo Daddy. I think a couple new subscribers. Let's see. Can't remember. I just commented on one of his comments. Amazing CJ or something like that. Thanks for subscribing. If I got it wrong, I'm sorry. Like I say, but anyway, thanks to everybody that takes the time to watch and comment. And I'll get caught up on you guys. Maybe I'll have a little bit of time this weekend, but if not, then Monday or Tuesday I'll get on and get caught up on videos. But anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.